how's everyone doing? I hope you guys are good. Please ignore my voice. I was doing a lot of screaming over break because it's break and it's exciting and you only have 2 weeks, so you might as well just wake up every day and scream. First of all, you just take a sip of my honey water. Okay, so I'm sorry I post a video like once every 2 months, but I am trying to balance sleep and passing all my classes. On the topic of passing my classes, I am finally in my 7th semester. Yeah, I passed 6th. It was something, but you know, we're here, so whatever, just gonna leave that in the past. And we're almost gone. But since I passed 6th, I feel like I need to do the rest of this video appropriately dressed. Anyways. So back in mid-June, Island went into lockdown. And just to give you a little timeline, the semester started in May. And at that time, we had curfew. But as time went on, cases just started to rise like crazy. And let me remind you, when all of this stuff happened with me back at the end of January, total positive cases for the island was only 30-something. So June 7th comes around and we have 41 positive cases actively in isolation. So now total cases are up to 94. 4 days go by, it's June 11th now, and we have 94 people actively in isolation. So that's bringing the island total to 155. I'm laying these numbers out for you right now, and I hope you realize how insane this was. This whole pandemic really started to affect people back in like March, April. And for the island, if we fast forward 8 months into January, cases were only in the 30s. So that night, the government announces that we're going into lockdown, right? Like that's crazy. And the lockdown wasn't as intense as the first lockdown that I wasn't on island for, but it was still intense, especially while I'm in school trying to study these hard classes. That wasn't very aseptic of me. So the lockdown was that curfew started at 6 p.m. and it would end at 5 a.m. But with lockdown, you really had no business leaving your home unless it was like absolutely necessary. So for the most part, you're in your house 24/7. Fast forward to June 24th, we have 324 active cases in isolation. Total on island now 425. It just keeps going up. We go into July, still in lockdown. I even celebrated my birthday in lockdown, which wasn't actually that bad at all. I had a cake made by the bread chick and I got some food and I hung out with my friends, FaceTime my family. I really can't complain. Anyways, weeks go by, whatever, fast forward, it all sucked. Like, I'm in my 6th semester, trying to prepare for these practical pre-surgery exams, study for these awesome weekly block exams, maintain my focus, stay sane, perform well. Like, it's just really hard, you know? Whatever though, it's over. Curfew is currently pushed to 1 a.m., so that's nice. I ended up getting vaccinated here because Ross has this new requirement where you can't get to campus next semester if you're not fully vaccinated. And let me clarify, I was 100% planning on getting fully vaccinated when I got back home to America in December. But I couldn't follow through with that plan anymore because of Ross's new requirement, so I got AstraZeneca, which is fine. Tuition increase. Let's talk about that, because what was that all about, right? They're being so silly. $730 increase per semester. Literally, why? Right? I don't know. Somebody please tell me. I could not tell you because we have been online for a year. There are even some labs that I am never going to make up. And they don't provide us with gloves for like anatomy lab. We don't get dissection kits. Ross is for profit. Maybe they just wanted more profit. I don't know. No, I really don't know. I even viewed their updated tuition fees fact sheet, and it's really not going into detail on what this money will be going towards. So I'm just gonna keep it pushing, feel the weight of that debt on my back later. On the plus side, some great memes came out of this tuition increase. So shout out to my peers, because that was funny. So my life, right? What have I been up to? This is my YouTube channel, so we should talk about me every now and again, am I right? I moved to a brand new, beautiful apartment. I love it. Like, I am actually in love with this apartment. I cannot believe that I was settling for my old apartment this whole time when I could have been living in luxury. I literally feel like I'm living inside of an IKEA right now. Let me know if you want an apartment tour. There's many reasons why I left my old apartment, but the biggest reason why I left my apartment was my landlord. Like, I was just so tired of them and their behavior. I could probably tell stories that would just blow your mind. Like, they sound fake when I tell them to people. So if you guys also want a landlord apartment story time type of thing, let me know because I would love to. Another reason I love my new apartment is because I built a relationship with my little dumpster cat. Look how cute she is. I named her Ama, which is short for Amarillo. Amarillo. She even comes when I call her. Ama. She is such a sweetheart, but I haven't gotten the chance to pet her yet, but one day. In the next 4 months, hopefully. School, yeah, I studied so hard all the time, every day. If you saw me on campus and I looked crazy, I'm sorry. I even moved my desk in front of the sliding door so I could look outside while I study. Similar to how I bought a second desk when I was back home so I could look out the window. Shout out to Window Desk! I passed my aseptic exam and I passed my Rossi. And the Rossi is pretty much like a practice spay on a model while you demonstrate a bunch of different suture patterns and techniques. But you don't even understand. I was going so hard for finals. Every now and again, you know, I would treat myself to get some takeout or a little drive until my car broke down while I was driving uphill. Hey, I don't have a lot of time because I shut off my airplane mode, but my phone, my car just gave out. I'm at the Frigate Bay roundabout, like on the way to Salma's house. Can you please come get me? Okay, thank you. I'm gonna hang up now. Bye. Okay. I'm like rambling. Okay, now I'm gonna call a mechanic. Funny story. Last time I called him was when I popped all 3 of my tires, so this is gonna be fun. That did not work. I don't really know what's happening. My car is no longer going forward. It goes backwards, no problem. Rolls, but I can also reverse. But then when we go forward, I don't know. You know, I don't know. I don't know. But you know what? It's finals. So this is supposed to happen. This is how it works. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. Actually, I don't even know what to say. All right, I just put it in drive. And the wheels aren't turning, right? I never hit anything. I literally just drive this car to school and campus. Serena, I'm seeing stars. I'm seeing stars. After screaming. Okay. Let's wait. It's funny because everyone says that like everything happens to me or that I have really bad luck. I honestly think I've just been living in a big sitcom and I am just the character that has funny little plot things happen to them for comedic relief. Like, why, Car? Why? I only need you to live for 4 more months. But you, Car, wanted to play games with my heart. I'm on to my 4th mechanic now, and I do really like him. He brings like all this equipment out. I think he knows what's going on. I mean, I think he kind of told me what's going on, but I don't really know what it means, but I trust him. And I think my car will be running soon. Like, I joke around and stuff like that, but honestly, I'm not upset. Like, it's just funny to me at this point. Like, whatever, I'll just get a rental at this point because I got places to be. Life goes on. So back to final studying, yeah. I was losing my mind a little bit. But you like, if you're not going crazy during finals, then what are you doing? Then, during my last final, my Wi-Fi goes out. I'm looking at my proctor screen and I just see a little refreshing circle going around and around and I'm like, my proctor has some bad Wi-Fi. And then when I go to submit my exam, nothing was working. Turns out it was my Wi-Fi. I reset my router. I walked down the hallway to use my friend's Wi-Fi. Turns out the whole building is out. I'm like, okay, I cannot be MIA from my proctor for this long. So I run upstairs to the roof of my building, connect to Ross's Wi-Fi, and rejoin the meeting. I'm like, hey, I'm on my roof right now. My whole building's Wi-Fi just went out. Submit my exam, and that was that. I passed all my classes, and I'm here now. And as you can tell by my my voice, I was really trying to live my best life this break. It's my last break on island, and I really need to relax before I start this next semester. And who knows how those classes are gonna be in addition to the stress of doing surgery. I'm doing cat trips, beach, dinners, everything, the whole 9 yards. I'll keep you guys updated. And I know I always say this, and it's kind of a lie, but I'll talk to you guys real soon.